Hmm. We're having some small issues on the YouTube side. It looks fine now. Playing it. Okay. Fear no more, says the heart, committing its burden to some sea which sighs collectively for all sorrows and renews, begins, collects, lets fall. What? Am I crazy, or does that sentence make no sense? Sighs collectively for all sorrows, and renews, begins, collects, lets fall. Somewhat makes sense, I guess, but not really. Hold on, let me blow my nose. Am I supposed to do something? Yeah, I was supposed to click. I don't know, it didn't make sense. Or there was like a comma in a bad spot or something. Oh, do I have to click again? Okay. Cliche to begin with a quote. You know this, but you're a fool. Besides, in order to make good work that reaches past mere juvenilia, you must expel your stupidest words. All 1,000,000 of them. Put them down so they may die. Your name is Mara Whitefish. You lived on an island for most of your life. Now you spend your days in transit. It's the year 2003. You're a freshman at State University of Creative Studies in the city. This semester is almost over. It's a long commute to school from your mother's apartment on the mainland. Instead of riding home, you often end up sleeping at Daniel's place. No one here seems to mind. Oh hey, I forgot you crashed. Yep, that's pretty zonked. Zonked? Where did that come from? The language evolves, you meanie. Get used to it. Dinner? Actually, I didn't say dinner, that said diner. Oh, maybe it was supposed to say diner. No, I'm broke till Friday. Daniel has been your friend since high school. These days, you might even call him your best friend. In fact, it's possible you choose to attend SUCS, an effortless decision you were repeatedly assured is the best of your life thus far because Daniel chose it. Daniel's instincts have rarely led you astray. You trust him to fill the gaps in your judgment, of which you fear there are many. I can make us something, though. Sure. Better not snoop behind the curtain. Even in an environment where some people come and go freely, there must be some boundaries. Oh, there it is. Alright, I'm out. Bye, darling. Later. Hey, Mara. Hiya. You're sheepish around Daniel's roommate, Gray. He is the most noticeably busy of the people who live here. Sorry, excuse me. Hey, Rosetta. Rosetta takes a moment to realize you're speaking to her, even though you've addressed her by name. Oh, hi, Mara. Did I wake you walking through? No, I don't even hear you moving when I'm awake. What did you guys get up to last night? Once again, Rosetta doesn't seem to realize you're speaking to her. Well? Oh, my friend Dinty had this gallery show in the village. We're at that, and then the after party, and then her friends laughed. Wow, sounds fun. Once again jealous of Rosetta's social life, a life which seems so much richer, both culturally and materially, from your own. How is a small, winsome girl from the mainland so well connected? You mentally hum a few verses of the same old song about how you've chosen the wrong major, attended the wrong classes, bought the wrong sneakers, and bathed with the wrong 2-in-1 shampoo plus conditioner. I turned the music up a little bit. I don't know, it might get better. It's at least there's like no major grammar issues except that first sentence that made no sense. So yeah. It was alright. I really wanted to be home earlier working on my own piece, but it can't all be parties, right? Yeah, those turkey sausages won't staple themselves to the wall. That's funny, Daniel. You should put that in one of your mini spec scripts. It's so cool that you can paint. I suck at it. And you can do it if you try. Remind me and I'll lend you some supplies. Meant to be some kind of poem, but you didn't study for that, so you have no clue? I don't know, man. What you really like is an invitation to one of those loft parties without having to learn how to paint. Isn't the fact that you're a writer enough? Sure, thanks. I'll ruminate on that. You'll have to find some food if you want to cook it on the stove. Where did those eggs go? The fridge is more crowded than you expected. You'll have to look closer. Okay. Carrying past the metropolis of Dale's pale ale cans, rolling rock bottles, and 3 different kinds of milk, you see the faint glimmer of an egg carton. Aha! You reach past the other contents of the fridge to retrieve your egg carton, which you soon discover is resting precariously on a bulk-sized jar of applesauce. Having found what you need from the fridge and trying hard not to let your eye fall on any other culinary atrocities, you close the door. Looks like you have an item in your inventory. Move your palantir to the top of the screen and press Y to see it. You crack your remaining eggs directly onto the frying pan. They immediately form a giant viscous mass. Want any, Ro? No thanks. If I eat this early in the day, I could surely perish. That's a relief. There's really only enough for you and Daniel. Using a spoon, you effortlessly break the yolks, letting them merge with the whites as they cook. This creates a multicolored mixture as the different egg sections mix. You call this the confetti egg method because every bite is a celebration. Thanks. You're welcome. I call these confetti eggs because they look insane. Yeah, they look like the contents of my brain. Walsh's class today? Yep. Are you going? Might skip, I don't know. Not really happy with my paper yet. That would be unfortunate. You find it easier to deeply engage with the class when Daniel is there. Oh, you should come. It's more fun when you're there. It is? Yeah, dude, the whole discussion is more lively. And my paper's a mess. So isn't mine. Don't be a perfectionist. Alright, maybe. You'll go to class no matter what, of course. You can't be waiting around for Daniel to make up his mind. You finish your eggs as quickly as possible, trying to focus on your obligations for the day. You have to work a library shift and finish your paper before class. Oh right, you might ask Daniel about the topic Walsh brought up in class recently. What was it again? You never had an easy time holding on to your ideas, and now that you're in college, you've resolved to start writing them down. You bought a cute, tidy little notebook just for the occasion, and ever since you lost it, along with an equally cute pen, you've been taking notes on your phone. Here's where you store all your personal contacts. It's looking pretty bare. Certainly you know more people than this. You'll just have to add more names as you encounter them. These are the topics you're trying to remember. Okay, so far you've only collected 1. If your pointer turns into a word balloon over a person, you can have a deeper conversation with them. To ask someone a question, press and hold the left mouse button on the person until a balloon turns white. And even ask yourself a question. Why not? We already talked so much. Now, what did you want to ask Daniel about? Do you remember what Walsh was saying about the city last week? His little ghost. Yeah, I can kind of see that. Little ghost. Nope. Oh, well, it was something about how living here used to be a really nurturing if you were a writer getting started. Uh-huh. But now Walsh says it's too expensive here, and all the interesting parts of the city have been choked out, and we're basically living in the magic kingdom of P. You're like worried about that? Well, not super worried. I'm kind of having a miniature crisis over it. Mara, she's wrong. There are things that Walsh is wrong about. I know, but what a convenient argument for Walshy that all the good stuff happened in the city when she was young. They did. You're right, Soul Ghost. I hadn't thought of it that way. This is the best place in America to be a writer, hands down. How do you know that? Because we're here, Dingus. You like your classes, don't you? School's all well and good. I just figured by now I'd... Yeah? By now I would have made more connections, you know? Like with experienced writers, editors, publishing people. Hate to break it to you, but that's not a city problem. If you want to meet people, you better start talking to them. But it's scary. No, it isn't. Everyone loves talking, especially if it's a topic relevant to them. It flatters their intelligence. So how should I talk to people only about their favorite subject? How am I supposed to know what they like? You might have to guess now then. The more you talk to them, the more they'll let you know. What if I run out of things to talk about? Then you better get yourself some more talking points. Here's a free one for you. Movies. You can't go wrong. Everyone has a favorite. Got it? I think so, but man, yeah. This is why I became a writer, Daniel, so I wouldn't have to talk so much. Well, your first novel's shaping up great. Wait, what? You know, 2,000 leagues up my butt. Hey. I need to blow my nose again, hold on. Jeez, that is cold orange. The city's incredible, but is it really the place I belong, or am I just locked into a commitment I made? One of the most recent movies I've watched is Requiem for a Dream. Someone terrible talk recommended watching the final act alone in the dark with my headphones on. Why I followed this advice without any suspicion is a great mystery for the ages. Hate that girl. As ourselves. Daniel's a good friend. I can be myself around him. I think. Why does the world make more sense to Ro than it does to me? What club is she a part of that I don't know about? You're okay. Not a trustworthy character, if you ask me. Cute, though. Aw, he called her cute. That's great. What's not to like? You can be honest, Daniel. Pretend I'm not here. Look, admittedly, I don't know much about girls, but see, Ro, you're already scoffing over there. But what? But if I've learned anything from living closely with them, it's that you can be honest is a dirty lie. I like it when guys are honest. Me too. You're both in cahoots. How come when a majority of women agree on something it's a conspiracy, Daniel? Yeah, how come? I didn't ask for this. You broads have fun. You went to high school with him but spent years in separate worlds. The summer between junior and senior year, you got up the nerve to ask him to platonically watch Spirited Away with you. You've been hanging out ever since. He's a good friend, perhaps a better one than you. He asks about your interests even when he doesn't share them. He reads your writing and gives opinions that you trust. And he doesn't mind that you spend about half your week hanging out and crashing at his apartment. At least he doesn't seem to. Actually, that's the main downside to your friendship with Daniel. You're often not sure how he's feeling. On occasion, you get the sense he doesn't want you around and just won't say so. You've fallen into my one spiral wondering what Daniel thinks of you. Crazy thing is, every time you've had this crisis and put some space between you, he invites you out again. So are you crazy? The date isn't conclusive. We seen The Matrix Reloaded or what? Oh, yeah, we are. You worried it won't live up to its name? That by its very nature, a sequel dilutes the power of the original? Nope, you? Not at all. Better not sneak behind the curtain. It's a cool morning in the city and you feel a moment's regret for not packing an extra layer. But you committed to dressing for warm weather, so your decision must stand. It's not like your mom is here to see goosebumps on your arms. You exhale contentedly, just enough time for a quick walk before work. This place. Right now, Mally's is closed during the day, plus you're not old enough to drink, nor do you have a fake ID. The odds are stacked against you, Mara. Okay, so this is... Now that you wouldn't love to eat pizza for breakfast, nor would Express Pizza in her mercenary disposition hesitate to sell you a slice, but you've already eaten this morning. See something you like? Yeah, I like a lot of it. But I have no money right now, and when I do, it's usually for pizza. I know, I see you over there. Well, the books aren't here to look pretty. Come back when you want to buy. Do you do trades? Sure, but that would be a pretty interesting book, something I think I can sell. Like a mass market paperback, Harry Potter, or The Lovely Bones? Kid, I happen to have taste. Observe my schmuck appearance. You think moving books is all that matters to me? With this bit of self-deprecation, your misgivings about the sidewalk book vendor melt away. Why would you shop at the big bookstores when you got the real deal right here? My bad, sir. I collect all manner of books, magazines, and printed curios. Bring me something interesting and you'll have your pick from my stash. Got it? Roger that. Roger whom? Oh, you know, Roger, the way astronauts sign off. Astronauts? You mean actors? You listen to Ghost AM? Don't think so. Check it out sometime. Should give you some good information. I'm always on the lookout for that. Thanks. Fancy hotel. You don't want to talk to these kids, lest you give away that you don't actually belong here. Hi. What do you need? Long shift, huh? What do you need? Can you use the elevator? Are you a resident of those student dorms with a photo ID? No. Non-residents cannot enter the building unless they're on the guest list of a resident. Guest list, I see. Anything else? No, you've been very helpful. Thank you for everything. What are you doing? Huh? Are you a resident of this building, you mean? No, Mars. Yes, the building. Technically, no. You're not allowed up there. You don't even want to hear what I mean by technically? What do you mean by it? No trespassers allowed. Residents and the guests only. Okay, nothing here. Hey, Theo. Fish. What up, homegirl? Theo has addressed you with the same years-long familiarity ever since you first met him at freshman year orientation. At first, it was a comfort to your anxiety about making friends at school. These days, his airs are odd at best and frequently tiresome. Still, Theo is mostly a welcome sight. He's easygoing, available to hang out on short notice, and crucially well-connected. On my way to the library. Oh yeah, you work there, right? How is it? Pretty easy. I get a lot of time to write. Dang, I need a job like that. I don't have a good place to write and it's killing me. Privately, you think Theo's writing needs more than a better place to be written. But you're not in the middle of a critique, so you'll keep that to yourself. Let me know if you quit that position, okay? I'm never quitting, dude. Gonna work there all summer. You're killing me, fish. So, you doing anything fun this weekend? Actually, Theo noticeably lowers his voice, taking a conspiratorial tone. This in turn causes this pulling on the floor of your mouth, a Pavlovian response to an invitation for fun. We're having a party here tonight? At the dorm? What about the RAs? We may have greased a few bombs. Sick. Can I come then? You'd better. Just come by any time after sundown. Just tell a security guard you're my guest and he'll let you up. Got it. Make sure you give him my full name. You know it, right? Of course. Great. See you tonight, fish. Okay. You don't know Theo's full name. You might want to figure that out before the party, Miss Marple. Okay. Let's admit it. You want to know something about me, or you just forgot my name? Oh yeah, Rosetta's cool. I actually used to have a sort of crush on her before she started dating Gray. Yeah, I know, but I don't anymore. What do you like now? I'd rather not jinx it, honestly. We're almost done with freshman year. I still haven't found a girlfriend. I'm sure it'll happen for you, dude, when you least expect it. Yeah, I've been hearing that one for a while. Should I be expecting even less? For a moment, you see darkness behind Theo's eyes, with which you'd rather not engage. There can be a limit to how much of a friend you can be. You are, after all, a girl yourself. The fact that you haven't dated him, even with the defense of your own relationship, means your reassurances will always have a better taste. Well, I'd better get to what I was doing. Yeah. I like Daniel's writing. He's got talent, but, I don't know. Come on. He's kind of arrogant, don't you think, the way he talks in class? I don't think that's arrogance. He has taste and he's opinionated. So am I. You're not arrogant, Fish. You're perfectly humble. No, I'm not. Forget I said anything about Daniel. Really, I like him. I didn't mean to sound like I didn't. It's fine, dude. I asked. No, I'm running my mouth too much. I need to conduct myself more professionally. Well, when I'm a professional, I'll be sure to show my disapproval. Alright. You're one of my favorite classmates. I loved taking composition and rhetoric with you. For real? Yeah, I always like when you voice your opinion. Gives me something to think about. I feel like I say the stupidest things in class. If by stupid you mean brave, then yeah, you really go for it, Fish. Wow, thanks. You're not totally sure you can believe Theo. He tends to be quick with a compliment, and his kindest words bring up an ever-sneaking suspicion that he would like to date you. Still, you can't help but grab onto the suggestion that other people like to hear your opinions. Who but Theo can you rely on for such information? The city. You're from the West Coast, right? What do you think of the city? Oh, I like a lot of stuff here, but... What? But you East Coasters, you're also impatient. Impatient for what? Like, for you to finish your sentences? Just spit out, dude. Come on. I gotta run. No, that's exactly what I would have said, eventually, in softer words. Sounds unbearable. Yeah, it's probably best if you keep leaving here. You know, this has been helpful. Thank you, Theo. I'm glad. It's always nice when... Your mind already wandered through 10 other landscapes by the time Theo finishes talking. Who knows what this guy's on about? You know, what movie I just saw for the first time? What? This isn't a recommendation necessarily. What movie? Because it's honestly more messed up than you'd think. What's the movie? But like in a beautiful way. American Beauty. What? How do you know? The conversation was getting kind of plastic baggy. Well, I guess I can't surprise you, Mara. You got the makings of a film critic. This will be the high point of my day. It's all downhill from here. Door to the thrift store is locked. They may not be open yet. It's Adam. Hi, sweetie. Hi, Adam. What's up? Just thinking about you. Oh, I was thinking about you. In truth, you're thinking about the paper you need to finish before work, but you thought about Adam when you saw his name on the phone screen, so it's not a total lie. You never totally lied to him. Are you already in the city? Yeah, I had to get here early. You decided a while back it'd be best if Adam didn't know about your habitual crashes at Daniel's apartment. It's just so much paperwork. Adam always wants to know where you are and who you're with, and your mostly male friends require even further clarification. This is an unfortunate consequence of the distance between you and Adam. It sometimes feels as if you spend more time explaining the beats of your day than having a real conversation. On my way to work, then class. Yeah, should we talk after class then? No, now it's fine. I think I might be going to, like, a party thing later. Yeah, a party? Yeah, like a party thing. With who? Oh, just some school friends. Just a few people at the dorms. Okay, when do you want to talk then? I got a few minutes if you want to talk now. Is there something specific? No, I just wanted to talk. I just missed you. I miss you too. What did you do last night? Nothing. Saw the guys. Cool. He sense Adam is starting to brood. Well, love you. Love you too. I could try to call on my lunch break. No. I don't want to be in a rush. We'll talk when we can talk. You didn't think you were rushing Adam. But it's true that you have a busy day ahead of you. An ever-shifting schedule, school, work, and commute leave little room for the long languid calls you used to have. I'm very sorry, Adam. It's okay. Don't worry, sweetie. I understand. Okay. Love you too. Bye. Right? He sounds like just a lot of upkeep. That's definitely time for work. You'd better get over to the USDS building. Hi, Joseph. Hello. Fellow Islander, there you are. I haven't seen you in some time. You've assured Joseph more than once that being from Perfect Ties is a far cry from his island home of Granada, some 2,000 miles south of the Atlantic. Still, his search for criminality is endearing and puts you at ease. There's also a movie to pay for more than one unforgettable fruit experience from a tourist price point. What would you like today? Nothing for now. I have no money. Oh, that's a problem. It certainly is, Joseph. See you another day. This did have... You take a look at the current offerings on the free cart. In general, these books don't tend to pique your interest. They're too boring for the library, after all. You're surprised when one particular cover catches your eyes. You vaguely remember from the author's name from a lecture in anthropology last fall. Not to be confused with the lecture in anthropology last fall, where you submitted a 2-page resume that was named All Your Written Works was bound by a creased corner. After a quick sweeping with your hand, which only serves to spread the grime to your body, you open it and read. Institutions, even those, well, it's surprisingly interesting. You never know what topics will grab you, especially when you're avoiding work. Unfortunately, your brief handling of the book caused it to crumble into dust, leaving you with only sparse knowledge you've already collected. Oh well, you better get to work anyway. There's nothing of interest in the lost and found box right now. Oops. Mara, good morning. Hi, Jana. You'll be happy to know I had a good night's sleep. Thank goodness for that. You know, you need more sleep than you think you need. I know. How can you know that when you think you know how much you need? I'm already mentally inflating what I think I need. Well, you need more than that. That's just not possible. I'm afraid I got quite a stack for you today. You're doing some spring cleanings, so on top of giving campus tours all weekend. Ah, this is bad news. The morning downtime is one of your $8 per hour job's greatest perks. You're needed so infrequently that you're going to depend on it. You'd plan to finish writing your paper for Walsh's class this morning. A large cataloging job will tie you up for hours, making a seamless jump from work to the classroom impossible. Come over here. I'll show you the damage. This is only first cart. I got more in the back. When the last time these books saw light? Shouldn't we be getting rid of them? Feel pretty old, is true. I pulled a lot of them for donation, but most of these books are still germane to our programming. I'll be by the entrance if you have any questions. Thanks, Mara. You know logically and at least somewhat in practice that you shouldn't be repelled by ancient texts. You're here to study classics after all. Still, there's something viscerally dull about dusty old books. As objects, they stir nothing in you. They can't compete with the potency of the now. Even the most mundane new works can invoke the flutter of life, while these objects sit dead, inert, a reminder of decay. The wonder if Jana would accept any reasonable excuse to beg off from this assignment. It'd have to be a pretty good one. You really don't want to sort these books. There must be some way to convince Jana they don't need to be sorted today. You can't very well sit down and write now that you've been given a job assignment. Your school and internet time will have to wait. You do not want to make yourself known to the students. It's better this way. What? Hey, Brittany. Morning, Mara. What are you up to today? Oh, some really stimulating shelf work, I'm sure. It's true, these are exciting times at the library. You feel guilty for being sarcastic when Brittany so clearly means it. Have you checked out the free book cart by the entrance? I added a bunch of stuff this morning. Yeah, actually, I found something cool in there. Awesome, which book did you find? I don't remember the title. It's interesting, though, and it crumbled in my hands after I opened it. Doesn't really narrow it down. Well, I'm tasked with carrying its knowledge now. Wonderful news. Keep it safe. By the way, Mara, I'm starting my daily book curation project tomorrow. I know finding books can be overwhelming, so I'll be offering a fresh recommendation every day. Cool. I'm afraid my first book isn't ready yet, but come back tomorrow if you want to see what I'm offering. Will do. Don't know how any of this is supposed to get us there, but okay. I actually had an idea. Yes? About starting the books, I mean. Oh, how exciting. I'm always asking student workers to bring me their ideas, but none of them ever do. I'd love to hear what you have in mind. Thank you. So, how do you want the books to be cataloged? Thing is, I don't. And I got the idea straight from the library itself, from works of Peter Kropotkin. Peter Kropotkin, the anarchist? Ah, so you've read him. It's been a long time, I'll admit, but he does have to do... What does he have to do with the library? Jana, let me ask you something. So you're at a dinner party with a big group of people. Okay? When the meal's over, it's time to clean up. Do you instinctively help gather up the dishes? Why, sure. Then you may already be an anarchist. It's intrinsic in all of us, you see, to contribute to society free of hierarchical bounds. The Dewey's Decimal System a hierarchical bound? I mean, sure, it helps people find a book, but it does help find a book. There are hundreds of fascinating works on these shelves, each collecting dust in their appointed place. Books just waiting to blow some students' mind. I agree with you there, but it's up to the librarian to guide them to the right book. Again, with the hierarchies, students are perfectly capable of motivating themselves to learn. In the wake of this declaration, something appears to shift behind Jana's eyes. Is this some previously dormant sentiment? Some forgotten dream has been reignited. Well, Mara, if you have an alternative in mind, I suppose we don't need to sort those books. Great, thanks, Jana. I won't take up any more of your time. You'll bring me your proposal then, I trust? Your plan for restructuring the main stacks. I imagine you're looking for a self-managed approach. Yes. Great. Well, why don't you get started on that while the library's still quiet? We'll have to deal with the books soon, of course. Can you present it to me tomorrow? Sure thing. Perfect. That should be plenty of time to organize what you've obviously considered so thoroughly already. Should be. Great. Thanks, Mara. Glad to see you taking the initiative like this. What other have you gotten yourself into? This is gonna be way more work than sorting those books would have been. Your stomach churns at the thought of letting Jana down with such a cheap scheme. You're gonna have to see this through somehow. Well, you are in school after all. It was just a matter of time before you get an assignment, right? All your writing projects will appear here along with the information you'll need to submit them. You can access this menu anytime by clicking the pen and paper in the icon bar. More on this later, when it's time to write. For now, you'll be pushed to the jumble at the back of your mind where non-urgent matters go. Anyway, it seems the other morning for you. Finally get online and prepare your schoolwork. In no particular order. You power on the iMac and log into your student account. Though a novel and coveted device, just a few years ago, this computer's grown creaky with repeat use. But for your uses, writing and printing, email messaging, and browsing the web, it does just fine. You sent this email to yourself yesterday. Your paper for class is attached. Your paper is still a jumbled collection of ideas with no real editing, but coming back to it today is better than you thought it would be. This perfect opportunity to reorganize your thoughts. I'm gonna start writing. So this is your first time. Let's do it together. Over your computer, you can work on your assignments. It's due today. Okay. For each assignment, you'll draw one primary and one secondary topic. Okay. All assignments will have a clear primary topic, but when they do, your topic of that knowledge is the basis for a good paper. For instance, your paper on city life and media, you should probably choose a city as your primary topic. Okay. Uh, uh, uh. Alright. Using at least one well-developed topic can add a lot of flavor to your work. Uh-huh. This is too much. I think I'm done with this game. Yeah, I'm done with this game. Alright. Yeah. Neither of them were a vibe. That's okay, though. The question is, do we move to Power Wash Sim or Zomboid? I think we moved to Zomboid. Zomboid? Zomboid. Zomboid, yeah. I agree. Very difficult choice there for us. You're also in Zomboid? So real quick, load it up. I know. I got bored of it too. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I'm just getting swapped over. And I'm gonna get my model up. Oh, this is all weird now. Okay. I have so many Discord pings right now. Okay. I'm gonna switch categories and then we're gonna post.